Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mayor's Corner. It's been a while since I've visited or recorded a Mayor's Corner, so please forgive me. It's been a busy season with the holidays, the new year, um, and I was so appreciative and grateful to the Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz that extended an invitation to the inauguration for 2025. So it was an honor to go represent our city and visit with some of our congressmen and congresswomen there. It was a very good visit. Also, with the holidays, everyone out there in the community, thank you for what you do for our community. And I can't thank Mr. and Mrs. Garcia, Jimmy and Blanca Garcia, for what they do within our community. They held in November Thanksgiving dinner. They had the turkey giveaway. I did award or present the key to the city to Mrs. Garcia, Blanca Garcia, for all they do. They have the home health, they have several businesses downtown, they support our community and our citizens. So thank you so much. And there's so many others that I have to thank um, for all you do. Our city is not successful without you, and I can't tell you how thankful we are for all that you do within our community. Again, it takes all of us pulling together, working together to make our city a success. So thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for all the prayers, the all our churches, our pastors, the Father, at Father Chris, everyone, y'all have done a wonderful job of holding our community together, and there's power in prayer. So thank you so much. I wanted to kind of visit with y'all a little bit because I know that the biggest topic out there that is said is our streets and our infrastructure. This is not unique to Alice, Texas. It's every city, community you go to, we're trying to find innovative and creative ways of funding these type of projects because they're very, very expensive. And you want to do them right. You don't want to just go do a simple seal coat over a street that has infrastructure issues and then tear up that investment. I'll give you an example. We did seal coat back in 17 on a few streets. That cost around $300,000 more or less. And that, trying to do that seal coat, spend 300,000, then have to go back and tear up that street does not make sense. Um, so what we've tried to do is identify each and every street within our city, and we've broken it up into sections and seeing which ones need sewer improvements, which one needs water line, or both. So that way we're going into a street and we're prepared and ready and try to get our funding together so that we can do the infrastructure that is needed and then come back and do the street. I know it's a slower process doing it through that approach, but bear with us. We're working through it. We're getting it done. It takes a little while, and then the weather has to permit. And you can't do a whole lot with, from my understanding, is with the surface of the street when it's cold weather. So it has to be a certain temperature, and then so anyways, just bear with us. There's a lot of factors that come into completing these projects. So we're working on it. We've identified the streets, and if you have any questions, call me. I'll be happy to help you. It's 361-396-3371. That's my cell phone for the city, and I'll try to answer or find the answer for you as best as possible. So I wanted to kind of just run down and let you know what some of the streets that we've done in the last 2.5 years or so. One of them was Highland Street. Highland, we went ahead and repaired that. We used our asphalt zipper. Um, And I think, it was a learning experience for our workers, for our employees, and they did the best they could. We refinished and did that whole street. And then they did Hobbs Street, Jim Wells. They did a portion of Jim Wells, and that was also working on some sewer lines and then fixing the street there. We did Front Street because I know there were some citizens that were concerned about that it was a heavily trafficked um, area, so Front Street was completed. We also did King Street, and King Street we did the sewer lines, and we redid the street. Um, we did Finley Street, we did Rose Drive, and we did Kennedy Street. Those are just some of the streets we've done. We're currently working on Hickey Street. I know it doesn't look pretty, but they have promised me we've replaced water and sewer lines, and we're working towards getting that street completed. So just please bear with us. We're working on not only the street surface, but we're working on the infrastructure. So it takes a little longer. And again, with the weather, if it's rainy, if it's cold, just bear with us. We're trying and we're getting through. And if you have any other feedback, let me know. I know some of the plans is to do Triangle Street, Josephine Street, I believe West Main, and some of Third. There's several streets out there, and they have a list, and they know which ones need infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, it's streets and the pipes underneath, which is your sewer lines and your water lines. So they're working on that. One of the things that I'm also very proud of our directors and our staff and our employees, because they work really hard to go seek money outside of what we generate through revenue tax revenue from our citizens. We have our police department and our fire department that seek out grants, and one of the grants that they go and seek are for radios for vests, and another one is for overtime. The police department has done that where they get reimbursed for overtime, and I know our fire department has worked on that too. It's through a program called, I believe it's called TIFMAS. But they're working hard to try to get funds to provide the best services as possible and not impacting our taxpayers. And I'll go through some of these. There were some bulletproof vest grants. There's one, two, three of them that totaled a little over 13,000. We have our GLO GBT Mid-Mod grant that we were awarded back in 2021. It was 6.9, a little over $6.9 million. That is underway. We were awarded in 21. They had to do their studies. We had to hire the engineering company, and that company has done all the plans that they needed to do for the drainage. I believe that's close to being completed already, and we should hopefully see that project moving forward and started probably within the next month, if not this month or next month. But we're over now the engineering part, and now we're moving to where they're actually going to start the work, and that's going to affect South Reynolds and some of the feeder streets. We also had the Airport Development Grant. This is a Texas Department of Transportation grant that we were awarded $300,000. And then we have Jim Wells County Operation Stone Garden. Those ones were a little over, it was a little over 50,000 for two grants. And then we have the CBDG for North King and North Aransas streets. That helped us to fix some of the sewer lines and move them and then repair that street. That one was approximately $350,000. That's been completed. We have Operation Lone Star. We have two of them that are a little over 800,000. And then we have the border security programs. That's 200,000 for two of them, so 100,000 each. Um, Enhanced body armor, that was a little over 49,000. We have body worn camera, 111,000. I'm sorry, 27,654. Sorry, 27,654. And then we have two ramp grants. There were 111, a little over 111,000, and flood infrastructure fund, which is a drainage study, that was 217,000, a little over 217. And then we have our GLO CBDG MITMOT that we were recently awarded. Now, all of these we were recently awarded or awarded and are in the works to have reimbursements done. That one that I just talked about, the MITMOT, the GLO CBDG grant, that one was $4.7 million, a little over $4.7 million. That is going to help us with our water towers, some of the items needed for our water plant, and I think our solid waste plant. There's several projects within that $4.7 million. We also received a $1 million grant from the office of our Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz for her community project plans. And that was $1 million that's going to be added to enhance some of our water towers and get them cleaned up and repaired. And we also have a Texas Water Development Board grant that was awarded, and that was for the lead pipes that we had to identify and have replaced. That was 959,000, a little over 959,000. So just wanted to kind of run down some of these. Now, again, not all of these do we have the funds already in our account, but we have been awarded these grants, and we're working towards them to get that funding or the reimbursements for some of these grants. So this is very helpful. I'm so proud of our staff, so proud of our administration and our employees for all their input and all their hard work, because there's a lot of work that goes into applying for these grants. And we're looking forward to more and hopefully bringing you more where we can start working on more of our streets and our infrastructure. So again, please bear with us. We're working on them. We haven't forgotten. We do have them identified. And we hope to bring you a progress report soon and updating you on some of these projects and letting you know where we're at with them. So just wish y'all the best. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Y'all have a happy Valentine's Day, and God bless to everyone, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.